Hi. I'd like to share a poem with you that has come back into my awareness. I've written many, many poems over many, many years. And sometimes I forget and I'm like, oh yeah, I wrote a poem. What's the title? Oh yeah. And I go searching for it. This one is a conversation that I've been having or hearing from a lot of my friends lately, a lot of people. These are really hard, dark, heavy times that we are in. And a lot of us are having to look into our own stories of pain and healing. And it can feel so overwhelming, so easily overwhelming. I'm constantly sharing my own overwhelm and the overwhelm of my friends as we continue to encourage one another to keep going, to keep going. I write a lot about mental health, about very deep things, addiction, um, suicide prevention, all kinds of very deep things. And so there are places I get to, and I think it's very human, where it's really hard. And so I wrote this poem a number of years ago when I was at a very, very hard place, but God and I were having a conversation there. And this is reflective of both where I was at and how He met me there. And I'd really like to share it with you. It's called End of My Rope. Here I am again. Location, end of my rope. This place I find myself often navigating, cold and jagged, casting shadows over beauty. Never would I wish to be here, nor for anyone to know of this, but yet here I am. Maybe you're here too, or you've been here before. Exhaustion piled on exhaustion, stress on stress, multiplied so quickly, it seems to come out of nowhere. Pinpointing the onset is next to impossible. I'm strolling along and all is well. The light is streaming, sun kissing my face, peace and balance within. And then the ground shakes. The slipping is quickening, going down, down, recovery difficult. Feeling lost, grabbing for rope to climb out. I have no strength to pull from. It's dark here. I feel alone. Like nobody else could possibly know what this feels like, and I could never begin to give it the right words. Certainly, I smell the fumes of hell here. I've been here enough times to know that I'm not really alone. This is just a nasty switch of perception. Like a light switch that has been flipped. What once looked wonderful now taunts. What once felt smooth now itches, rubs, pokes, and throbs. The very same circumstances from yesterday now seem bleak and hopeless. The clouds have rolled in thick. I can't see through, even though I know these clouds are temporary. I hear shrieks and cries. Are they mine? This is the place where one wants to die. How many give up here? I know of some. How many never get back up to breathe clear air? Many. Yes, I am here again, at the end of my rope. And this time, God tells me, as I cry and moan to Him, that He lets me come here. Lets me come here, so that I might speak of how He meets me here, as I clutch my rope, dangling, sweating, screaming, fearing, slipping, gripping, crying, feeling like dying. He shows me that He spreads out a net below, as if for a trapeze artist. Let go of the rope, He tells me. Fall into my net. Let go. And so I land, limp, lacking life energy and strength drained, weary, surrendered, trusting. Rest, He says. Rest in me. Take your time. And His angel feeds me, touches me gently, wakes me with bread, baked bread, and a jar of water. Get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you. And I am refreshed, renewed, and God has given me more strength. The rope is gone. I have been supernaturally elevated back to the land of the living. so that I might pass this message on to you, and you will know that I really am a fellow cave dweller and rope gripper, because you too know of this place that I have painted. Let go of your rope, friend. Fall into God's net. Rest in him. Surrender your plans. Trust him to provide what you need, and be refilled by his strength when yours is gone. I know this place all too well, and I know the God who swarms this place to rescue and save. He is good even when I can't see him or feel him. It's a blind fall into his net, but he is there waiting to minister to the ones who dare to give up when the journey is too much. For life is truly like this sometimes. And so this was inspired also by, I've been in Bible study recently. We've been actually back in this verse, but these verses, but many times over the years, I really am drawn to the story of where Elijah has just had his Mount Carmel experience. It's like a mountaintop, like literally a mountaintop experience. And then afterwards, he's really brought down very low, and he cries out to God to take his life. He's had enough. And God's response to him is so beautiful. Rest. An angel ministers to him. Rest, sleep, water, some food, and ultimately a friend who will come and become Elijah's successor, who is Elisha. And this is found in 1 Kings chapter 19, verses 4 to 8. So I hope that it brings you some nourishment. I hope that you are learning, like I am, to let go and to trust God to refill you when you feel like you're just at the end, because he always will. Okay, thanks so much for listening. Share with anybody who needs to hear it, and I'll talk to you guys later.